All right, so we are midway through the week. We're just rolling along here.
We are.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. We are surviving the week, and
Yes.
I would say all of October. But we have such a fun show planned today, and we get to dabble in some smoked meats. So let's be honest. That's why I'm here.
I love a good smoke.
Me too.
Yes, so we're just 2.5 weeks from Halloween. So that's just around the corner. It's amazing how fast this got here. So a lot of people, they're decorating, they're putting on scary movies. So today in a Mikey Minute, I'm going to explain why some of those scary movie scenes stick with you for a lot longer than you may like, long after spooky season is over.
I saw Poltergeist when I was like 9. I remember every scene, the static. There are some things they rock you to your core.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, Kel, and I'm going to tell you why that's happening.
What a cliffhanger right there. And I'm so excited because it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time for My Kelly Question, darlings. We want to hear from you, your thoughts, your stories, your hot takes. This is a good one today. We've all had a nightmare job.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is not ours at all. We started from the bottom. And a lot of that comes with shenanigans, let's say. So this week, I want to know, what is the most unprofessional thing that you've witnessed at work? And I can't wait to read your answers. Spill the tea. Head over to our Instagram or Facebook. Look for today's Kelly Question post. You'll see it right there. Drop a comment, and we'll share some of your answers tomorrow on the show. You guys have really been showing up for this Kelly Question, and the Neb factor. I mean, it is doing it.
I have so many examples of this.
Same.
Like, do I get a turn to just give it?
You're going to kick it off.
Okay, good. This is going to be a therapy session for me and a lot of people, so I love that. But we want to start the show with some really heartwarming news. Halloween, just around the corner. And some patients and their families at Children's Hospital, they celebrated a little bit early, and we love this. They got costumes from Spirit Halloween, and you know, they have the best costumes. I love this time of year because I just love going in there to shop. So they brought all of their costumes over to Children's Hospital, and the kids got to pick what costume they wanted to wear. They also got their faces painted. They played games. And the really cool thing about this is that many of those kids, they don't get a chance to go out trick-or-treating. No. So this is their time to celebrate. And I just love what they do at that store, because it's not just about Halloween, it's about giving back to the community.
Absolutely. I will say, I feel like this time of year, when we're all in the middle of chaos, we take for granted the little joys that are around Halloween. And Spirit, shout out to what you did for those kiddos. They're so sweet. Oh, those pictures. Now that we know that Spirit does so much good for the community, we're going to roll it back, because there is a viral video that's going around right now about a dad who decided to take his 2 kids to Spirit Halloween. Like, I feel like a lot of us do this time of year. It's kind of a kid-friendly haunted house-ish, kind of, with all the decorations. He was alarmed at what he saw, and he decided to take matters into his own hands. Check it out.
There's literally a woman who goes like this, and then she breaks her own neck. Like, graphically breaks her own neck. She screams, and then breaks her own neck in front of my 7-year-old. Yes, I wrote Representative Chuck Fleischman.
You didn't want to write like the manager?
What's the manager gonna do? I'm talking about.
What's the representative gonna do?
The representative can do it like a thing, like a one of the law, you know?
Like one
yeah,
of the laws.
I'm trying to help lots of children, not just mine.
I love this. The reaction from his teen daughters that are like, you wrote our state representative to handle this issue. And all the comments were like, as if the state representative has nothing else to do. They're like, all right, the lady breaking her neck at Spirit, what's this about?
What are you going to do about that?
Top of the pile.
I love this, though. I mean, I probably would do the same thing. That's where Jordan would chime in, like, this is what you're really doing. Because those places, I mean, you do know that you're going to go.
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
You get a little bit frightened. But I think that they've taken this thing to a whole new level, where some places, they even touch you. And the way my nerves are set up, I can't handle that, let alone somebody breaking their neck in front. No.
Okay, so
too much.
We also chose to do this exact same thing. He said he took his 7-year-old. We took Nora and Logan last week on just a walk through. Because, you know, these weeknights, we're bored. And now that the sun goes down, we're like, all right, kids, get your shoes on. We're going for a walk through Spirit. I, too, was taken aback. I was jarred a little bit. but I did know that I was walking into said Halloween store. So I'm not sure that my state representative or anyone can handle the fact that maybe I wasn't prepared. It was a me problem.
Well, I think if the state representative gets enough letters,
That's it.
enough signatures on the petition, that something can be done about this.
So now they have two, the dad and Mikey.
Yes.
100%.
I'm in.
I love it. So I loved this story that I read about our city. I love all of them, let's be honest, but specifically because only in Pittsburgh would a raccoon make news and be the next big thing. And this is not the raccoon that goes through your trash.
Okay.
You know, we're not
Thank
looking at the
goodness.
trash pandas here. This is a good one. And it is coming to Millvale. It just got a huge raccoon statue at Rainbow Raccoon Park. And I mean, Millvale is one of the coolest spots. I would say it is so underrated. I feel like everyone is now learning about it. But this new interactive 12.5-foot tall, 5,000-pound sculpture now lives in Rainbow Raccoon Park, and it was designed by Michael Schwartz of Wicked Pittsburgh and Philip Agron of Gallery AFK in Braddock. It's designed to be interactive, so you can get in that bad boy. I want you and your kids to walk all through it, and it was designed to be interactive, and it has all of these pieces of steel. It was made by these incredible men, a good, talented team, from materials from local businesses, which makes it entirely Pittsburgh made, in Pittsburgh built, with all of the materials coming here from the Steel City. It's supposed to symbolize community collaboration because a bunch of different local businesses came together, donated different metals to make this a thing. And essentially, they just want people to come and enjoy it. They made this beautiful park.
I guess it's show stopping for sure. Like, you want to stop. Like, if you're driving down the road and you see that, you're like, what in the world is happening here? And I mean, the raccoon, it's a fine line between friendly and I'm a little intimidated.
Sure. It takes you a minute to warm up.
Because it's staring at you, and I don't know. But the fact that you can get inside of it, I don't know. That takes it to a whole new level.
It really does.
Fun, though.
It
it's
is.
fun.
And I really took a nerd deep dive into this story because when I saw the headline, I said, we're celebrating raccoons in Millville. What's going on here?
Yes.
But then when I saw all the pictures of them putting it together and prefabbing all this steel, it took forever. I mean, the amount of work and real craftsmanship it takes to weld in all this metal to make into this beautiful sculpture. Yeah. And then all these local businesses who were like, you know, we got some spare steel. Just get on over here.
But you're so right, though. I remember when they announced this, it was some months ago.
Yeah.
And so it's taken some time to put this together. And
go enjoy it.
Yeah.
Walk
Good
through.
piece of art.
There you go.
All right. Well, Millvale's zip code is 15209. Stay with me here.
Okay.
Because I want to report to you on one of the latest dating trends. There's no surprise here that there is another dating trend happening. This one is called zip coding. So this is dating only people in your zip code, not going outside of it. This usually takes place on apps where you can set the parameter for just your zip code.
No.
No one else. And so that way, anyone else, like say you live in East Liberty, you're not going to get someone who lives in Cranberry. That would just be way too far. And so this has really taken off, and so much so that people feel as though if you're dating someone outside of your zip code, like just maybe you think that they're really hot, that doesn't count. So you're free to date someone else too at the same time. Like, seriously, I don't know.
I feel so bad for the dating pool right now. This, and also all we hear about dating in this day and age of the apps and in 2025 when everyone's kind of sticking to their own groups, which is unfortunate. We really need you all to get out. We all out of your zip code. But whenever I hear about the dating world, all I hear are bad things. About how, you know,
it's so hard.
There's no fish in the sea. Someone peed in the dating pool.
Yes.
Okay, and now we're going to limit ourselves this way?
Right. And so, I mean, really, this is just the younger generations. They're really, they want everything to be frictionless and easy. But the relationship experts, they weighed in on this and they said that really you should be looking for a connection.
Right.
Not where they live. Now, I get, you know, I understand that having long distance relationships, that can be tough. I mean, especially when you're talking about 2 hours plus and then traveling. And I know people make it work, but that can be a challenging situation. I do think at the end of the day, you have to have plans to move closer together. Right, end game. But am I going to turn down someone who lives in Butler and I live in, you know, I don't.
Absolutely.
Downtown? No, I'm not.
No, Cupid doesn't exactly look at your location before he strikes an arrow. That was corny, I agree. But I will say, I met my husband on Mount Washington. I'm from the South Hills, so I went to TJ High School, Jefferson area. My husband's from Lower Burl.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go yins or rules, we should have never ever come together.
Never.
That's the east to the south.
Right.
I'm sure they've
You
battled
had to
it.
cross a bridge, right?
So many bridges
People
and
do that.
tunnels. So many. And at the time where I originally grew up and to where he lived, it was an hour.
Yeah.
And we did it for a year and a half or so until we decided to move in and there was Endgame. If I would have felt that way though, look at all I would have missed out on.
Right.
And I'm not
Mark's a great guy.
Absolutely. He is. He is. But also, it's Pittsburgh. We all know everything about everyone around us.
Right.
I know her sister's brother. I know I know all the tea before I actually meet these people.
Exactly. And that was the thing, because I lived in D.C. in that area for a long time.
Yeah.
And that was I found it challenging to date there because here, like you said, you know everyone, at least someone who knows. So,
Yep.
well, down there, I mean, that person could be from Virginia, could be from like that whole entire area, Philadelphia. It was just a huge melting pot. So I didn't like it for that reason.
Well, that's when you go on lots of dinner dates.
That's right.
And eat for free. Sorry.
All right. Well, speaking of eating for free, this isn't eating for free, but we're talking about a restaurant here. There's a restaurant in D.C. It's the first of its kind in that area. And in this particular restaurant, you need to hand over your cell phone as soon as you walk in the door. This restaurant bar is called Hush Harbor. And it's DC's first bar to have a no cell phone policy. Now, they're not asking you, they are telling you, put your cell
Hand
phone
it over.
in the box. So the owner, Rock Harper, he won the 3rd season of Hell's Kitchen. And he says he really wants people who come into his restaurant to focus on community, on connecting, something as a society that we're really bad at right now. And he says that compassion is something that we need right now. And I know that we don't have something like this here in Pittsburgh, but I have heard of hands-free nights randomly.
Sure.
But we don't have a bar restaurant dedicated to this. So I think this is pretty cool. Would you go to a place like this?
110%. You don't know how many times that I've walked into, now obviously we're in the trenches of young kids in our lives, so date nights don't happen all the time, but you don't know how many times Mark and I have gotten, the hour in between picking someone up to go have dinner and looking around at all the couples who are staring at their phones.
Staring.
There is someone sitting directly across from you. I don't know. I don't know if it's because we grew up in a time where this wasn't an option and then we kind of, phased into it. But I just want to be like, put the phone down. Or when they say like the phone eats first and they're taking pictures of it and they're getting the right lighting.
It's just too much. I don't like
Check,
it.
please.
I don't like it at all. It's not a restaurant, but we did those getaway cabins. Have you ever done that before? And they have a phone box as soon as you walk into your little glamping camping experience, and you put your phone away for the entire time and you connect with nature. So it was glorious to me.
That's my nightmare. I'm sweating in the wilderness. Good for you.
Yeah.
Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, it's a party with smoked beer and smoked food. Honestly, if it's not slightly charred, it's not invited. Find out more about the most deliciously smoky event of the season.
Oh, can't wait. And a unique parade is stepping off in Oakland, and this one has a powerful purpose. Katie, what's happening over there?
Mikey and Kelly, I have found myself in the midst of a party here on the lawn of the Cathedral of Learning in Oakland. It's for the White Cane Parade. What is that, you ask? I'm so happy you asked. We'll tell you all that and more whenever we come back on Talk Pittsburgh.
October is World Blindness Awareness Month, and today a local school is hitting the streets to celebrate independence and inclusion.
The Western PA School for Blind Children is hosting its annual White Cane Day Parade. And it's not just a march, it's a powerful message. Katie O'Malley joins us now with more on this very meaningful event. It looks like a party, Katie.
We are having a party here at the University of Pittsburgh. Everyone knows that the University of Pittsburgh calls Oakland home, but did you know that the Western Pennsylvania School for Blind Children also calls Oakland home? I'm here with several of our friends from this school who are celebrating White Cane Day. If you're not familiar with it, Kate, can you please tell us a little bit about White Cane Day and the significance?
Yeah, so White Cane Day is a day where we celebrate the cane as a symbol of independence for people who are blind or visually impaired. I think in the past, sometimes our talk with people with disabilities, it was looked at as a negative thing. And as we grow as a culture, it really is. This is a symbol of our independence. This is a tool that we can use to get to work, to get through the community, to get through our school building. And we celebrate that.
And this is a day that's recognized globally, right? I mean, there are people all over the world who experience visual impairment or blindness, and creating education around it is so important. Now, what do you guys typically do for White Cane Day? This time you are actually coming off campus, which is really empowering.
Yes. So we've always had a celebration. They've grown a little bit over the years, but typically they've been on our campus. And in our gym area, we just have different activity stations, you know, a game, a craft, some advocacy for the staff there. But this year we left campus. This is more typical of how other schools will celebrate, other communities will celebrate. So it's been like a dream to make it a reality. So I am like shocked, thrilled that it all is happening. Yeah.
It's really wonderful. Dr. DeAndrea with the University of Pittsburgh, can you help us learn a little bit more about the significance of the White Cane and the importance of the programming and education around it?
Sure. So to learn to use the White Cane, our folks go through a training program because there's actually a certification, an international certification, in fact, to become what's called an orientation and mobility specialist, an O&M specialist, because it really is a specialized skill. So the University of Pittsburgh in the School of Education has a program that trains folks to become O&M specialists, as well as a program to train folks to become teachers of students who are blind or visually impaired. That's a Pennsylvania certification.
If you're lucky enough to live in a community where you have a school for blind children, then, you know, that's a wonderful benefit. But this is also a certification for teachers across any community and working in any school, right?
Oh, absolutely. And there's a shortage of teachers of students with visual impairments and orientation mobility specialists. So the state of Pennsylvania is really looking for more special education teachers, and so we're really excited to have a program here at the university that helps meet that need. And we work really closely with the Western Pennsylvania School for Blind Children. We have a lot of our current students work there or have worked there, or they work out in the community, either through the school's outreach program or with the district's Pittsburgh Public or the different intermediate units.
What's the best way for somebody, if they want to get involved? This is such an inspiring and just uplifting experience. If somebody wants to get involved with your program at Pitt or also the School for Blind Children, what's the best way to do that?
Well, they could certainly apply to become a teacher or an O&M specialist because we have that program. And I know the school's always looking for volunteers for various events. And so, I mean, the more the merrier.
Absolutely. Everybody is welcome here. Thank you so much, Dr. DeAndrea. Thank you so much, Kate, for being here, bringing all your students out today. Mikey and Kelly, it really is quite a party. They got the Pitt Pep Band here. All of the students have broken out of school. I was joking, saying everyone's playing hooky today. They're having a great time, but they are also creating an important amount of awareness and education about the powers behind the White Cane and the need for the White Cane.
Yeah, they really are having a great time. They have bubbles, they have cheerleaders, there's a parade.
Everything you could need.
Everything for a really great cause.
Yeah, we won't miss it next year. Thanks, Katie. If you're interested in blindfold training or any other outreach opportunities through the Western PA School for Blind Children, we're going to have more information on our website. Now I have more energy since watching
I know,
them.
right? Because you just went to a parade. That's why.
I love it.
All right, coming up on Talk Pittsburgh. Okay, be honest. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen? You know, the one that made you sleep with the lights on? Well, there's actually a reason those creepy scenes stick with you for years. What fear does to your brain? That's next in a Mikey Minute.
You ever notice how some fears fade fast and others stick like a bad sequel? Turns out that there's a reason your brain replays the scary stuff over and over. Mikey, in under a Mikey minute, why do scary movies stick with us for so long? And how can we overcome those fears?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, well, you fear actually sticks, and science says it's because your brain doesn't just store the memory of what scared you, it stores how you felt. When you watch that horror movie, your amygdala, that's your brain's fear center, it went into overdrive. Your heart raced, your palms got sweaty, and your brain said, cool, let's remember this so next time we can avoid it. But here's the thing, your brain can't always tell the difference between real danger and a movie or TV screen, or even your imagination. That's why fear can linger long after the credits roll. To overcome it, well, you have to retrain your brain. First, face the fear little by little. When you expose yourself safely to what scares you, your brain learns you can handle it. Second, breathe. Deep breathing signals to your nervous system that you're safe. And third, replace the fear loop with a calm one. Visualize a safe or funny version of that moment instead. Because the goal isn't to erase fear, it's to remind your brain that you're the one directing the movie now. And let's face it, some people just love the thrill, and that's because there's an emotional release that follows scary situations. And I say no way to that, but good for those people. I have a feeling I didn't make it.
My girl, you did.
I was so afraid. I was so afraid I didn't make it. Okay, all right, well, I stepped outside to ask what the scariest movie you've ever seen was.
Either Halloween or Blair Witch Project.
Oh, the Blair Witch Project. That's when they were in the woods, right?
That's right. And it was sort of home filmed,
Yes.
home video.
What was so scary about it for you?
Well, I think because it was realistic. And it kept going dark and light, and when it finally faded out at the end, you sort of thought everything was done.
Probably Smile.
My husband went to go see that and told me never to go. Why was it so scary to you?
The unnerving bit of it, you got to see it.
No.
You got to see it alone, see it in the dark.
I would never do that. Smiles are supposed to be pleasant, not scary.
That's why they're unsettling.
What is the scariest movie you've ever seen? I mean, like palms sweating, just terrified.
The Last House on the Left.
What is that about, and why is it The Last House?
It's about this family that goes on like a small vacation, but these people like break into their house and kind of do very bad things to her daughter and her friends. I'm really like movies where people like break into your like intruder type movies are probably the scariest for me.
And that's your thing, huh? You liked it.
Yeah, in a bad way, in a very unhealthy way.
What kind of person are you?
I know, right?
The Grudge. It was I watched it when I was in middle school, and I think it's a foreign film, and I don't know why that one was very scary.
So you were watching scary movies in middle school. Did your parents know?
No.
Now, all right. Well, Rotten Tomatoes had a list of the scariest movies of all time. So I'm gonna start at number 6 and work my way down to number 1. Okay, The Ring in 2002. Do you remember that? I walked out of the theater on that movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Shining, Conjuring.
Yes, this is all my nightmares coming back.
Hereditary. I don't remember that.
No, I'm good.
And the number 1 scariest movie of all time, The Exorcist.
Agreed.
1973.
Agreed. I'm not gonna lie. As a Catholic child, that one was tough.
That was tough. Yeah.
Oh, I'm good on all this.
So scary.
Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh. Millennials texting without LOL. Can't do it. One viral post explains why and how the internet's responding. Don't go anywhere. There's a new generational battle brewing, and this time it's not about side parts or skinny jeans. They're coming at us.
Yeah, right? Well, it's about the 3 tiny letters keeping millennials polite, soft-spoken, and apparently under attack. Yeah.
So this all started when creator Anna Gaddis, went viral, defending millennials' obsession with using LOL to end every single text. And I personally think she put it perfectly. Check it out.
People are saying to millennials to stop putting LOL behind the sentences. And the thing is, it's not really like every time. It's more like, or, and that's just what it is.
Perfect. I love how at the end she goes, Because that's really,
It is.
it started as LOL is laughing out loud. No one has ever laughed out loud when they typed LOL.
No.
But I will say all of the comments were a straight up war. It was Gen Z versus millennials because it was like, you guys are so corny. There are other ways to end the text. They suggested we say, ha 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 ha. We're busy. Okay, get a job. There's no way that I can just, ha ha ha. My friends know. Say LOL, it's because I'm also trying to lighten what I just said.
Right. There you go. You know, like, that sounded serious at first, but no, never mind.
I don't want to be rude. She wasn't being rude.
But you know what? I am one of those type of people where I will go, ha, 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 and then give you an LOL on top of that, and then come in with backhand on the emoji with the crying tear. Like, I'll give you all three so you know that it's funny. And if it's you half the time, I give you skulls. Too, because, like, I'm
the
dead.
skull is the top tier level. I'm
based on how funny your last text was.
And I think that text culture also has changed so much because I remember whenever my parents started using emojis, every single time I was like, Dada, look at you with the emoji. You found that keyboard? Like, I had no idea that he knew that he could go to the next keyboard. I will say, experts are saying that millennials are one of the most polite generations. I think that we're just a little bit insecure when it comes to things, so we feel like we have to back it up with the, LOL, just kidding, I'm kidding. That's also why we put exclamation marks at the end of everything.
Right, because you don't want to offend anyone. I tell you who overuses emojis. My husband. He's he has gone too far. I mean, he will send you a text message and have like 7 different emojis.
So you have to decode.
You don't know what's happening. You don't know. Is he happy? Is he sad? Is he mad? But it's all in there. And I just think he just pushes stuff.
He's like whenever our 2-year-olds get it and they're like, yes.
He needs help. He needs therapy. We talk about this all the time. I'm like, you got to slow your roll.
Just
it's
relax.
Too much.
Commit to one. Commit to one. I will say I'm not going to stop saying LOL. I do think that we are a little cringy in what we do. But you know what? We invented this culture.
Yes.
We started texting culture. We did.
We did. We pioneered it.
So respect your elders. LOL isn't going anywhere.
Like you said, you're trying to make us give up skinny jeans. Like, we're not doing it.
It's all of the things we love.
Our jean jackets, too. All right. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, we're digging into fall gardening, how to plant for fall color, winter interest, and keep friendly wildlife visiting your yard next spring.
And do you live in Fayette or Greene County? A new Medicare option could mean more care, more doctors, and maybe no extra cost. That's next on Talk Pittsburgh.
In a few words, please tell us the reason for your call. For example,
speak to a representative.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You can say billing, technical support, or account changes.
Account changes.
Great. Before I connect you, please say or enter the last 4 digits of your account number.
I don't have it.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Before I connect you, please say or enter the last 4 digits of your account number.
And reach a representative.
You have selected an invalid option. Goodbye.
Oh, I think we've all been there, right? Yeah, trying to get our questions answered. It becomes even more difficult in an increasing digital world.
And when it comes to healthcare, it seems those questions only increase, right? Well, today we're learning from local people, local answers, and they really do exist, I promise.
Yeah, and if you live in Fayette or Greene counties, this conversation will be of particular interest to you.
And with us today from Peak Advantage, Missy Bazzo and the Director of Cardiology for Uniontown Hospital, Dr. Michael Desiderio. Thank you so much for being with us. This is so important now more than ever because every single bill, every single conversation that I have when it comes to healthcare, I just need someone to give it to me in layman's terms. Let's break it down and get a little simpler. And I want to talk about how healthcare is changing in these 2 counties specifically.
Sure, so we're really excited because we're kind of crossing that state border and we're coming into Fayette and Greene County. So Peak Advantage is now going to give the extra access to care. Hence the reason why it's really important for both of us to be here because we're partnering with Uniontown Hospital to help out anybody that's on the Medicare Part A and B in those 2 counties so we can help them with their extra access to care for that.
Awesome.
Yeah. And for you, partnering with this larger healthcare system, how has that benefited you as a doctor, also your patients?
Well, partnering with WV Medicine allows us to deliver high quality care for patients in Fayette County, close to home.
Yeah.
It means that patients can get the vast majority of care in a neighborhood-friendly community setting. And partnering with WV Medicine also allows us to have those extra resources when things get difficult and patients really need help.
Yeah,
absolutely. And working together as a community just makes so much more sense to make sure that you can help as many people as possible. Now, Missy, who can join Peak Advantage in Fayette and Greene counties?
So this is for anybody that has the Medicare Part A and B card. So that's their red, white, and blue card, regardless of age. And the great thing, today is October 15th, and that's the openness of AEP, which stands for Annual Election Period. So this is like the grand opening for anybody that needs to make their choices, and that ends on December 7th of this year.
My dad just retired, and I went through this with him, and it really does not have to be that difficult, and it's incredible to have this kind of utility local.
Right, and so, I mean, what does this really mean for patients, being able to gain access to more care overall?
So two parts. Whenever they choose to possibly join onto our plan, they actually have the access to care, and they can join either on our $0 plan premium or a low premium plan of $20. So we're also keeping it very, very low. But in addition, we just want to make sure that we're able to give them that extra access now to Uniontown Hospital, to all their doctors, and everything of what they need so they can live a healthier life locally.
Absolutely. Yes. And doctor, what routine screenings would you recommend for someone who is looking to join Peak Advantage?
Certainly having a great relationship with their primary care doctors to make sure that we stay updated for blood work, lipid panels, especially making sure the heart's healthy.
Very cool.
Yeah, and you mentioned something earlier. It's just, I assume that when you're seeing patients, I mean, they're dealing with issues with their heart and just maybe going through a really tough time. And you don't want to have to think about traveling really, really far to another healthcare system to receive good quality care. Is that the feedback that you're hearing from your patients?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can do a lot at Uniontown Hospital, and for some of those more advanced things, most of it's done at Uniontown. There's a warm handoff to our partners down at Ruby and Morgantown for their definitive care.
That's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
And Missy, are you hoping that this kind of just becomes the norm, just access to healthcare everywhere so that everyone can join together and take care of each other, essentially?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, is that we truly want to make the hometown healthier again. And so that's the mission of Peak Advantage, to just see on how we can love them as like our local neighbor and member of our plan.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you all on your collaboration. This is fantastic.
Thank you both.
How cool.
All right. Well, thank you to Peak Health and WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital for sponsoring this segment. You can learn even more about your options for health insurance at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
And next on the show, from migrating monarch butterflies to blooms that stick around after the first frost, we're gardening for fall and getting tips to rest and recharge your plants. Talk Pittsburgh will be right back.
Fall is planting season, but not just for spring blooms. Cooler temps and warm soil make autumn the perfect time to give trees and shrubs a strong start.
I had no idea. And you can even add some seasonal color to your yard. Right now, Laura Ashley from Arcadia Natives in Washington, PA, brought a spread for us today. I am sitting over here thinking, these are so beautiful, all of these. And I thought that I was supposed to be wrapping up planting, not starting. Why is fall a good time?
Well, Mikey, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, this is an amazing time, because what is happening is we're getting cooler temperatures, right? So like us, the plants are a little less stressed in this weather that we're having.
Okay.
But the soil is still warm. And so the roots are still going to develop, and then in the spring, they're going to hit the ground running.
Oh, that makes sense.
They're not going to hit those kind of road bumps you get when you start planting stuff in the spring.
Okay.
It's also a great time, like, to look at your yard and be like, oh, this didn't work out, or I got a hole here, and it's a nice time to put in those kind of plants that might be new in your yard.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. You brought a spread with you here today. And for somebody who's going out and they're plant shopping, it might be hard to figure out what to choose that will survive the winter. So what did you bring here
So
today?
these actually will survive the winter. Okay, so a couple things if you wanted to add fall interest right now, right?
Yes,
so for example, it's mum season, right?
Yes.
But mums don't really have a a great impact on our beneficial insects. But right here, these are asters. Asters are tremendous. They are both host plants, they're nectar plants. They will support our monarchs who are migrating this time of year. They come in from everything's from like purples to whites. They're just
I love
really
that they have a flower.
Yes.
And I had no idea that mums were useless to insects.
Yeah,
I mean, of course.
They're not native, so
every
they're not
pretty
gonna help
thing.
us. Yep.
Every good thing.
These are pretty too.
They are, and they look so delicate.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that these would, do the flowers still survive?
Yeah, they will.
In the cold temps?
So they will survive, yep, until they're going to survive for, you know, a couple little bit longer here.
Sure.
But yeah, and the great thing about our native plants is there is everything from a sun to a shade aster. So it doesn't matter the condition you have, we have something.
So it's hard to kill, is what you're saying.
We got you. We got you.
Right up my alley.
Sold.
Awesome.
Right behind that, this tree here, if you wanted to do something a little bit different, this is a witch hazel. Okay, so it has a really cool branching structure, so you'll see that in the winter. But it has this gorgeous yellow color in the fall.
It's really giving fall vibes.
And then in November, December, this guy, he's a little early, but we'll give it to him. This little spiky flower blooms November, December, when everything else is kind of faded into nothingness.
We need a little bit of color.
Yeah.
And this would be the first man ever that was early. Let's be honest.
So true.
That's awesome.
I love it. So these grass and shrubs, I assume that they have a hard exterior too. They can get through some things.
They do. So these right here are sedges. Sedges are great for shadier conditions. And then the ones that you have to the right over there.
This is the bush I was hiding in.
Yeah, the grasses.
This looks like grass
They
almost.
They are grasses. This is a little blue stem. It gets this amazing fall color. And so it's a great plant. These plants also, in addition to providing, these were semi-evergreen. So in the wintertime, you're still gonna see them.
Right.
And this is gonna give you structure. But both of them, regardless of which you use, are gonna give you movement and texture all season long. And then in the wintertime, they'll provide habitat and seeds for birds.
That's amazing.
Wonderful.
And it's important that you keep that ecosystem going.
Yeah. So what should we be doing right now to prepare our yard for the winter time?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you to chill.
Okay.
And take it like you do with your kids. You're just gonna let them go to sleep. Okay. And so first thing, like everybody wants to pile up their leaves and get rid of them. Don't necessarily do that. Go ahead and move those beds, obviously off your sidewalks and everything else, but put them in the beds, tuck your plants in, give them a little extra protection over winter. It also helps, there's a lot of beneficial insects that will live within those leaves. And so by tucking them in, you're protecting the beneficial insects and you're also protecting your plants. And then just let everything else rest. So like, for example, like this grass here, it has a seed head on it. Just let it stay. Or if you have like a coneflower in your yard.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
No. We'll see you next spring, buddy.
Yeah, it will give you, the birds will come into your yard during the winter to eat those seeds. And again, it's providing habitat. And then, you know, I always caution people because people get super excited during our fall springs in February. You know, it's like 70 degrees.
Right,
I want to get outside.
Let's go.
And so I'm going to say, just nobody likes to get up too early. Yeah. And that includes your plants.
Okay, let them nap.
Good tip there.
Yeah, so
No alarm clock on.
No, we won't.
Yeah.
This is so cool. This has been so much fun.
It is.
Yes.
Sorry, mums, we're going with the Astros.
Yes.
Thank you, Laura. This
Thank
is
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Arcadia Natives fall sale is going on right now. Go stock up. They're open until October 29th. We're going to link you to more info on our website.
Yeah, so many wonderful tips. Well, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, if you've ever wanted to drink your beer and taste the campfire at the same time, this one's for you. From hoppy to smoky, sweet to saucy, we're dishing on the festival that's got it all on tap. That's next.
This Saturday, you can get smoked, sauced, and still be home before the sun sets. Sign me up. Smoketoberfest is rolling back into town for its 12th year, fusing together craft beer artistry and low and slow culinary magic.
Yeah, here to share what you can expect when the smoke starts rising this weekend is East End Brewing owner Scott Smith, as well as Sahar Rufha from Sahar's Food Lab. Welcome to you both. It sounds like a really good time. Scott, let's start with Smoketoberfest. What can people expect this weekend?
Saturday is going to be a celebration of all things smoked. So we've got a lineup of 4 smoked beers from award-winning Pittsburgh breweries. We've got 4 of our own beers bringing into the mix, and a spread of smoked eats, as well as 3 smoking hot bands that'll be playing all down by the river at our beer garden.
Lots of smoke. smoke.
See what you did there,
Yes,
Scott?
lots of
And I love it. And I will say, Sahar, whatever you are putting together over here looks incredible.
Thank you.
I feel like a light snack has to go with every beer. And what are we getting into here?
So we have a smoked salad, we have a few smoked components, tofu, beets, some seeds, and then we have our fresh ingredients, fennel, Thai basil, and radicchio. And then our citrus dressing that has 25 ingredients in it.
Oh, wow.
So it's real easy to just throw
really
together.
Easy. All right, so while you're putting this together, tell us a little bit about your food truck.
All right, so my boyfriend and I opened our food truck about 2 years ago. We lived in New York and I went to culinary school there, but COVID prevented me from starting my internship. So I just created at home, and then when we moved here, we decided, well, we can afford something here. So a year after we moved here, we started our food truck, and we've been out for about 2 years now.
Oh, wow. So during COVID, you put together a food truck. I binge watched
Right. I
TV.
ate.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, I sat at home with beer.
Yeah.
But, you know.
We all had different priorities
We did.
at that
Different
time.
roles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Scott, what beer are you serving up specifically today?
Yeah, so we've got our Arlington beer, which is one of our beers from our neighborhood beer series. When we brewed a beer for every Pittsburgh neighborhood. This beer is a Grotzer. Or a Grodzicki.
Oh, totally know what that is.
Which just rolls right off the tongue. It's it's referred to as Polish champagne. It's 100% wheat beer, but you can tell it's got that nice light smokiness to it. It's very soft and effervescent. This is a great entry level to the smoked beer category because a lot of them are big and heavy.
Okay.
So we're starting you off easy here to.
So this is
to
an
bring you in
appetizer,
gently.
if you will.
Yeah,
into the
absolutely.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's nice and light and easy. And are you getting that campfire
I am,
note?
absolutely.
Totally.
I am out in the wilderness. What's your favorite part of this event?
Smoked beer is a really limited audience. So as we say, you know, we're pulling the dozens of smoked beer fans into our event. We've really been whelmed with ticket sales to the event. But the people that like smoked beer love smoked beer.
Absolutely.
So we're doing this for the faithful, of which we are, of course,
Yes,
members.
it really has a following.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Sahar, we don't want to leave you hanging
No,
here. I mean,
not
that
at
just
all.
looks beautiful.
Good.
And I really love when all the breweries in Pittsburgh come together because I never, ever, in living here my whole life, thought that this would be such a beer metropolis, and it has become one. How's that been to watch?
It's really been fascinating. I mean, we're the old farts in the beer business because we've been at it. This is our 21st year.
Cool.
So it's incredible to see the new players come into the scene, and even still, people are still opening breweries today. And we've got our local Pittsburgh Brewers Guild. You can go visit 40, 50 breweries. Follow along in the Pittsburgh Brewers Guide to get that book stamped at all the local breweries.
Oh, that's so much fun. Right?
And the coolest people are behind these breweries and food trucks. Sahar, this is delicious.
So good.
Oh, you guys have to check out this event.
Yeah. All right. Well, Smoketoberfest is this Saturday at East End Brewing's Riverside Pop-Up Beer Garden. All the action kicks off at noon. We're going to have more information on our website, and we'll be right back.
Cheers.
Oh, that was so good. Those beats.
I will dream of it. The beer was incredible.
All right, well, don't forget today's Kelly question is now live on Instagram and Facebook.
Please head over to our socials. I want to know what's the most unprofessional thing that you've witnessed at work. I can't wait to read these. They're all over our social pages, and your answers will be shared tomorrow on Talk Pittsburgh. This is going to be such a good one. Spill the tea.
Yes.
Get a little dramatic.
Right, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Me too.
All right, coming up tomorrow on Talk Pittsburgh, from Pennsylvania to the Philippines, pageant queen Haley Poe just snagged the Miss Earth USA crown. And now she's going global, chasing the Miss Earth title on the world stage. Tomorrow, she's making her Talk Pittsburgh return to talk competition pressure and why the Miss Earth pageant is so special.
I'm so happy she's coming back. What an angel. Plus, fall fun is in full swing. And Kidsburg has your ultimate guide, like they always do, from glass blowing to hands-on science, outdoor farm festivals, and sensory-friendly museum dates. There's something for every family. Kidsburg joins us to break it all down.
All right, thanks for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. We will also be streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh tonight at 9. KDKA TV News at 4 starts now.